Hey folks, how you doing? This is Wayne S. Pierce for the American Liberty Radio Network, AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. Still fighting the sinuses and all the crap that was in the air, and it's raining, so all of that stuff is starting to dissipate. Lots of things going on this week. You know, North Korea has fired another missile, so it's time for us to slap that little fat bastard back into his corner. So, yeah, I'm pulling no punches, folks. I'm telling you like it is. I mean, we may want to take a look at our relationship with South Korea and strengthen our ties with our allies. Because, well, North Korea seems to be on the verge of going completely insane, and it's what it is. It is what it is. But are we going to do that? I don't know. Are we? I have no clue. The thing that, and this is, by the way, folks, this is the 15th of September, 2017. And we have to take a look at everything, and we have to examine what is there, and we have to look at the very pressures that our allies are under in those regions. So we really have to take a look at all of that. And the situation with North Korea is not a complicated one. We go to the UN. And we just literally tell them, we're not going to put up with this. We're not going to listen to you anymore. And if you don't do something with North Korea today, we're leaving the UN. We should have left the UN years ago, but because of certain things and certain trade agreements that we had that we haven't left yet. So, what do we do? How do we measure our our presence in this area? Well, for one, we have ships out near North Korea. And we've got to take care of what we have to take care of, and we have to do what we must do. Now, what is that? I don't know. It's anyone's guess at this point. But I can tell you this much, that as far as I'm concerned, we don't need another war. We are so spread out now in the world because we've become the world's police. We are so spread out now that it would be completely impossible for the United States of America to be sustained economically if we were to go into another massive war. And when I say massive, I'm talking you can take what's happening now and probably equate it with the Korean conflict we had in 1951. It would be a total mess. It would be simply just a total mess. We would not, as the United States of America, would not survive. We would end the political system and the economic system of the United States of America if we were to get into another conflict with North Korea, because we are so spread out. This is why the United States of America is negotiating with Russia, and China has absolutely no business being in negotiations because they support North Korea. Russia is kind of like backing China, but yet trying to diffuse the situation due to this little fact that at any given moment, China or Russia or the U.S. can wipe out North Korea or each other with nuclear weapons. So this is one of the big reasons why I don't want to see another war, massive world war at all. This would not be good for anyone. So we have to take that moment and really think about what is going on. It is what it is. We can't change in the middle of the stream, if you will. What's that phrase? Can't change horses in the middle of the stream? Well, you can if you want to get wet a little bit, but, here's what we have. We deal with it. We deal with it on a daily basis. We deal with it on hopefully a very diplomatic basis as well. But doesn't seem diplomacy is working at the moment. So what do we do? What do we do? We take matters into our own hands. We take care of the situation. We do what we have to do, and that's just the way it is. Now, a lot of people might say, well, there's rules of engagement, there's UN policies, throw all that out the window just for a second and ask yourself this. The United States of America has been threatened by other countries, specifically North Korea. Are the threats credible? Yes. What's the solution? Taking care of North Korea in the only way we know how. Now, there's other ways of going about it, of course. There's other ways that you can do certain things. And, I've seen Criminal Minds and NCIS and other shows. There's other ways of taking care of situations. But somebody's going to ask, are they legal? Somebody else may ask, are they right? Well, to me, having a country like North Korea threaten the United States, to me, is not right. What actions we take, and actually, we don't need anyone's permission to do anything, such as the UN. We can do whatever we want. But to take action against North Korea, to satisfy the needs of those in control, we would rather have a massive problem without a solution than to take care of the problem immediately. And that's basically what the elites are doing, the people that actually run Washington, D.C. and the Vatican and City of London. This is exactly what they're doing. They're going to create the problem with no solution until everything is wiped out, and then they'll rebuild with their own solutions, which is more restrictions, more limitations, more war, it's all that. So what do we do? How do we take care of the situation at hand? As far as I'm concerned, we need to take care of it very quickly, very sufficiently, and very directly. And that's not a very good word when you consider that there is a country like North Korea threatening the United States. when you consider how many people are involved, how many citizens, how many, all of that, you consider the complications behind all of that. You consider all of the things that would happen as a result of direct intervention to oppose this threat. You're looking at a massive problem. So what's the right thing to do? Hell, I don't know. There's people smarter than I am that seem to think they know what they're doing, and hey, they screwed it up just like everybody else could. So I don't know what the solution is now. I know what I would do if I were president. I would get on the phone with the ambassador. I would get that little fat bastard in North Korea and in the room with that ambassador, and I would tell him, look, you little punk, you even threaten us one more time, we'll make sure you don't have a country to rule. Or we can make sure that your country doesn't have you as a ruler. And to me, that's the counter to the threat that Kim Jung-Un has made to the United States. See, they fired off a few missiles already. One was shot down by one of our ships out there, but you see where this is headed? Have you ever been in school? Let me ask you a question concerning this. Have you ever been in school? Of course you have, but when you were younger, have you ever had someone in the back of the class or maybe 2 seats behind you with spit wads through a straw hitting you in the back of the head? Have you ever had that happen to you? I know I have. And I took care of the problem. And I made sure the problem would never rear its ugly head ever again. Well, the teacher got involved, the principal got involved, and obviously things were solved. But, I took care of the problem. Immediately. And directly. But as far as I'm concerned, this situation with North Korea has to be solved immediately. Today. The 15th of December, 2017. It has to be taken care of today. If I were president, I would look right at that North Korean leader and say, you're making your choices for the people of your country. I've already made mine. What's your next step, fat boy? It's just one of those chess games, if you will. And some people might even go as far as saying, well, North Korea is not doing anything bad. They're just testing their war machine. Well, obviously, they're pointing their war machine and their bombs towards Japan, which is not something we like over here in the United States of America. Japan is, I would say in the next 50 years, you're not going to see that island anymore. I'll be long gone after that, but before that, but I mean, I would even go as far as saying in the next 20 years, you're not going to see that island inhabited by people. So anyway, that's my look and that's my take on certain things concerning North Korea. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you have anything you want to add, you can email me at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com, and you can go to the website at AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com if you'd like. And if you'd like to drop $1 in the kitty and become a patron for $1 a month to help out American Liberty Radio Network, you can do that. That's AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. Go to the sponsors page to do all that. Talk to you guys later. American Liberty Radio Network, sharing the truth one fact at a time without all the BS.